Hello, my name is Eric Gage, and I'm a broker and a certified forester with Cartwright RE, and we're out here on the Neches River track in Houston County. We're on the eastern edge of Houston County, and we're standing here on the banks of the Neches River. There's well over a mile, almost 2 miles of frontage on this track on the Neches, and this is a good canoeing track, or canoeing and fishing and that sort of thing. The property is located east of Crockett and west of Lufkin, about halfway in between. Borders the National Forest and has a lot of road frontage, just a lot of wildlife, a lot of timber, and we're going to see some of that here today. We're leaving the north point of the property where it intersects the river. This will be the north end of the property, the northernmost point on the river.
We're going to head back up through the range, right?
That's correct. Head on down the main road. This is a good all-weather road. It runs down here to the river. And it runs parallel to the river for quite a ways.
Pretty sandy soil, looks like.
Mm-hmm. For a good part of it. The uniqueness of this property is it's a hardwood stand at the bottom, and about half of it is in that hardwood bottom. It's great for hunting, and it's got some big timber in it. But then the other half of it is in pine plantation, which is a great investment for the future. It's got anywhere from a 4-year-old to 38-year-old plantation. So some of it's ready to cut and thin now, and some of it is still several years away. But it's got a good mix of cash flow in the future, along with a good hunting opportunity. We're in Houston County, which there's a good population of deer here. It's pretty well known in East Texas as a good deer hunting county. Of course, the river bottom is going to bring in a lot of deer and a lot of animals, and actively hunted, and it's got an active lease on it that the guy's been hunting it for a long time.
What all kinds of trees you say down here?
A lot of sweet gum, but also a good deal of red oak and water oak, a little bit of cherry bark oak, some elm, just a little bit of everything down here, some sassafras.
Kind of like we say where I'm from. If you like it, it's probably here. If you don't like it, it's probably here too.
That's right.
What kind of tree you see that was there?
It looks like an overcup oak when we get to it. Oh, yep. Can be found right close to the river. I'm standing next to an overcup oak. And you can tell an overcup because the cover on the acorn covers nearly the entire acorn, the cap. The river is right here in front of us. We're probably about halfway down the river on the property, from the north going south. All right, I'm standing next to one of the big, massive oaks that are in the bottomland of this track. That's a big oak, several, probably over 100 years old. Goes up there for a long time. Pretty tree. We're approaching some of the merchantable pine on the left here. This is going to be some pine plantation. It's going to be about 23 years old. It's ready for a thinning. It's long since ready for a thinning. It's overdue. You can see how much timber is in there. They're tall. It's a really good site. The tree's been growing a long time, and they're ready for a thinning anyway. You can see the rows they've been planted in. What normally you would do is come in and take out about a third or so of the timber and leave the better ones to grow for future value. We're looking at the 4-year-old pine plantation, which is the youngest plantation on the property, and it's growing very well. This little spot right here is a little bit short, but most of it is quite tall and doing very well, as indicative of the good sites we have here. Right in front of us is some more of that 23-year-old plantation. You can see it's very thick. Means of cutting the good source of some income right away, right after you buy the property.
Just riding right up through this valley here. It's got big timber on the right.
Big timber on the left, and plantation in between. The big difference from that bottom land. Real
another world, right around the corner.
Big variety of land here. Now we're looking at the corner of the property, the south corner on the county road, and here to our right, which would be east, is the National Forest, and to the left, which is west, is National Forest. So the National Forest is on the south boundary, but also across the road for a little while on the west side. Okay. And then this county road continues down for over a mile.
You got a mile or
mile plus.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to ride down the frontage and give you a look at the place.
We're looking at some of the national forest that surrounds the property. Not surrounds it, but is on the south end of the property. The property lines are marked in the yellow paint. You see. The red paint is National Forest.
Like it's secluded. This is the place to be.
This is the place to go. It's quiet back in here. Nobody bothers you. There's a lot of timber on this property. Some good cash flow as well as hunting. More of that 4-year-old plantation there. It's growing really nice. Surrounded by some of that older plantation behind it. And on the left is now timber company land. It belongs to, used to be Temple Inland, now owned by investment groups. So that's some managed timberland there. So this property is surrounded by big blocks of land. Yes, sir. A lot of value standing out there. You're looking across the pine plantation and the hardwood trees, the trees you see in the background, that's the river bottom, and it goes back uphill after that, so you're seeing across the river bottom. Thank you for coming along today on this tour of the Nature's River property. Hope you liked what you saw, and feel free to give us a call here at the office, and we'll be happy to arrange your own tour.